Hello guys, welcome back. This is episode 2. The first episode went fairly well. We put in a minor stone line and a few bus lines and stuff like that. What I did when we were offline, so here we are, we're in Praz here. So if you remember, we put a little stone line in with some bricks going into town here. What I did when we were offline is, if we come over to this side of the map, we have a few towns here on this side of the map. We have Averley, La Jalouse, Praia, and Courfeyrac. I hope I pronounced them all correctly. You can correct me if you like. They're no doubt all wrong, but you know we'll get there in the end with a little bit of help. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put a train line in, our first ever train line on this map, which is it's going to get people moving and hopefully get us some profit. What I did when we were offline is I put some coaches in, some mega buses. You know, we did the mega buses, so I put some extra mega buses in, some town to town stuff, and they're proving really popular. Bus stops are full up, and yeah, we're doing well. We're doing all right. We're all earning profit on most on most of these lines, but a train line will really sort of like get us going and really start, getting us some good money to start building up our wedge here, and eventually maybe pay our little bit of a loan off. So what I want to do is I want to do a train line from here all the way down here into here, and then obviously we can take out the megabus line, or we can keep it, because we don't have a megabus line between here and Praia and Averley at the moment. All we have is megabus line to La Jalouse and then across to Praia. So let's see how we go. I've had a little look, and what I want to do is, because we kind of don't want it near the residential area, we kind of want it in the commercial buildings over here, but it's quite hilly over here, as you can see. So what I want to do is I want to get a road, town road, and I want to come slightly across. I'll tell you what first. Let's come down here with this small road down here. Okay, bang. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a road directly across here. Okay, boom. And now, let's get a station. Buildings, terminus station. And what we're going to do for now is we're going to just, I think we're just going to keep this. Should we go 80? Should we go 80? 80 metres? I think 80 metres is about 3 carriage worth. So I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's go 2 as well, just in case we do want to just pop over to La Jalouse. Eventually we're going to want to, but it's just the cost involved. These stations are so expensive at this stage of the game. So let's pop this in. We want to try and get this lined up really nicely. If you tend to have a bit of a gap, sometimes you have a little bit of a in the gap here, sometimes you have a little bit of a land discrepancy, so it can be a bit higher or lower, or the station could be higher or lower than the road, and it doesn't look aesthetically very pleasing to me. So I kind of like it there. So let's bang that in. How does that look? Look at that. That's lovely. That's good. Little bit of a hill there, but no worries there. I like that. Like that a lot. Okay, so we have our first station. Big chunk of cash is taken out of us there. Pretty harsh at this stage of the game. So what we want to do is we want to pop over here and then just have a quick look. So obviously we want it by the commercial or industrial, I guess. Commercial buildings over here. So it's a pretty flat area over here. I think what we're going to do is just have a little think about this, because we have an issue with the emissions, and I'm not going to try. I think I'm going to try and keep them on, and we'll see how we go. We have had Urban Games did release an update actually, which produced means we're using less RAM, and the game performance is going to be much better. Hopefully, there's a fix for straight roads. Yeah, so you know, I mean, they are constantly bringing out updates to improve the game, which is good. I mean, they seem to be a thoughtful developer. So right, so what we're going to do is, I think we are going to put a road in just here, right there, bit straighter. Okay, bang. And then what we're going to do, we are going to have a station in right here. I think we're going to do 2 again. I think we're going to have the same length. Okay. We're going to have it straight, because we want to go out here and then round to here. So we can see where we're going over here. So let's have it about... Let's get it in. Oh, nearly. I want to get it nice and tight there. There we go. Bang. We're in there. And look at that. That's pretty good. You can't, you know, it could be a little bit better there, but, you know, that looks okay to me. Once we get a bit more cash in the bank, maybe I'll do a bit of smoothing here. And, you know, just to make it look a little bit better and stuff like that. And I did add, just so you know, I did add, if we just go to one of these bus lines, I did add the mod for more colours here, which is, you know, it's a minor thing, but it gives us the option to sort of like split our lines up and know what each one is a bit easier. So we've got our 2 stations in, and now we need to link them up. So what do we want? We want tracks. Let's go. So what we want to do first is just have a little look here, so we can see. I mean, the sort of the route we want to go along is pretty good, pretty flat. So I think what we're going to do to begin with is we're just going to come out here directly straight. I'll tell you why we're going to do that is because in the future, if we extend the length of this station out, we're going to need an area straight, and it means we haven't got to start chopping out parts of curved track and stuff like that and start rerouting. So I think we're going to come right out to about there. Okay. Now, at some point, we are going to need to cross the road here, because we are going to come up here, up here, up here. And what we want to do is we want to come round here and join up to the station here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come to this end. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this track here. So again, we're going to try and come out. This is a tricky one. Because we do have the hill here, I think I'm going to have to come out to about there. And then I think I'm going to, because of the hill, I think we are going to have to come round. I mean, the track speed at this stage doesn't matter, because any steam train we do put on this line is going to be fairly. It's not going to go up to 70 mile an hour at this stage. So I mean, you know, track speeds are like 60. I mean, even at the late 50s, at this stage of the game, will be absolutely fine. So what we're going to do is, I think that looks good to me. So we're going to pop that in, right. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to... I mean, it's tricky, because if you go directly out with the tracks like that, it can tend to cost more, because you build up these lumps in the ground here. You can reduce them by using the M and the N buttons or whatever hotkeys that you use. And look, that's brought us right down to 120k. The problem is, at this stage, we don't want to go that far, but we do want to have as much of a straight as possible. So what we want to do here is we just need to work out how we're going to get to the other side here, because obviously our train line's there. Do we go up here and just sort of a bit of diagonal and round, or do we just cut straight across here and then straight up? I think it might look a bit better if we just have a big sweeping curve here, like that. Yeah, Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So let's bang that in, and then straight across here. How's that look? Sometimes when you do railroads, it does give you a little bump in the road, and I really don't like the way it does it, especially when you do a little ride along and it sort of like gives you the weird bump in the railroad, which you'd never get in real life. So I really like that. So we're going to bang that in. So that's in. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to come round. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to come to this side. We're going to go straight out. Bring it down again. Bring it down there, and we're just going to link up to there. Look at that. That's lovely. So, there we go. There's our route in there. Now, what do we do here? Do we double track this straight away? Or do we leave it as a single track and run a single train? What do you think, guys? To do that, what we would have to do, I mean, we're going to have to take a loan, probably, to get one train on. One train, I reckon, is going to cost us, 1.2, 1.3 million or stuff like that, with maybe 1 or 2 carriages. 2 trains would probably double that. But, given time, it would make a profit. So, it's a tricky one, because we're going to have more loan to pay back at a later stage. What I think we're going to do is, I think we are going to double track this. The reason why we're going to double track this is because I really, really want to start eating into these profit margins and really start sort of making some money. So what we're going to do is we're going to double track it all the way up. Hopefully it doesn't go too crazy. And it only cost us maybe maybe 200,000 to 300,000. I noticed I do watch other people's streams on this game, and I noticed there's a Grand T. I don't know if anyone's watched him. Superb streamer. Really like his personality, the way he comes across. He uses Swiss francs on the P&L. So when you're spending and stuff, it doesn't say dollars. It says it does actually say Swiss francs. I wonder if we can change that actually. Let's have a look. Settings, graphics. Let's have a look. Controls interface, advanced controls. I'm not too sure. There's a way to do that. There we go. There we go. So money format. Distance, speed, power, weight, and force. Maybe, just maybe, it's probably in the original settings, or it is part of a mod, which could be possible. So let's just leave that for now. Crack on with the game. So obviously we've just popped that in. We've got our first line in, double tracked. We are down to 550k here. Obviously, most of our lines are making us a little bit of money, so we are bringing money in here. These megabus lines are obviously making us a fair portion here. So look, I mean, they're doing really well, and hopefully the replacement of that with these trains will make a massive difference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a couple of signals in here. There's one, and what we want to do is with this end pop one in there, and what I usually do is with these signals, so let me just we're going to here, just pop so we don't see all cars and trains and stuff like that. We'll also put costs out. So what I usually do is I usually zoom out and I just sort of gauge sort of the halfway area. And then I zoom in, bang, and bang. And what we do with those, we just pop them over to one way. Easy peasy. Right, so now, if I start a new line, and then we go boom and boom, our line is showing backwards and forwards there, which is great. I'm not sure I've been thinking about what colour we're going to do these trains. Now, we're using red for buses, for London buses, and we're using blue for Megabus. So what are we going to use for trains? The different franchises in the UK, we have GWR, which is dark green. We have Virgin, which is red and white. We used to have GNER, which is East Coast Main Line. That was black and red. But what I think we're going to do is, I think with these trains, we're going to go with this dark green colour. Yeah, we're going to go with this dark green colour. It reminds me of the GWR. And, you know, maybe we'll get the Flying Scotsman on here later or something like that. We'll do the line naming offline. And, I mean, at this stage, it's just basically train. Oh, let's go caps. Train, passenger, and it's Averley to Prairie. I mean, a bit long. I will, you know, I'll do a bit of a renaming and just sort of like just cutting the names down slightly just so they fit in there at a later stage, or probably offline or something like that. So, what do we want now, guys? We want a train. So, what I'm thinking is, what we do is we get in a depot. So, we need a depot. Let's bang it in. So, let's bang this depot. I was thinking to bang this depot in right by this signal. Or we can try and... Oh, it would have been nice to squeeze that in there, wouldn't it? Would have been nice. So, I think what we'll do is I generally like to have them coming out like that, really. Why? This does become tricky, and I don't know, for some reason it does become quite sort of, you know, I get finicky about these things, but, you know, I like it to look aesthetically quite good. So, let's do this. Let's try and get it in here. See how it's just not straight there? So let's try and swizz that round. Okay, I don't think we're going to get any better than that. So let's pop that in there. Go back to our tracks. Link this up. And we'll just link it up to this one here. And what we'll do is we'll just have a little link there, just in case we want to come back. At a later stage, if I need to, I can pop another one of these depots in on this side. I mean, it's not a huge amount of money, but in the early game, you know, £24,000 when you only really need one depot is a bit mad. So what we're going to do now is I just want to bang a signal in there just in case. Probably not going to need it. It's not essential, but I like to bang a signal in just right there. Okay, so we've done that. Now, what we want to do is, we obviously want two trains here. So, what we're going to need to do is, we're going to need to price it up first. So, let's go buy vehicles. And let's have a look. So, what we got? Locomotives. Not much choice at the moment, but we are in the steam age right here. As you can see, the date is paused at the moment. We're in 1954. So, what I might do is, I might just, well, I'm not going to swizz it on that much. We will press play. And we will just put it on ×1 date. We'll just go along as normal for now. So what we'll do is bang. Well, we obviously haven't got much choice here. We're banging in these D1 thirds. So let's go. We want one of you. Alright? Add. And then what we want is probably, how many do these carry? 6. How many do you think? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've done a wrong in here. I've done a wrong in here, guys. So what we're going to have to do now is, because I've just bought 2 trains on their own, I'm going to have to back out of here. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get these loans going anyway. So let's just borrow another 1.5 million. Hopefully we can earn our way back here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop in here, and what we can do, because I've already bought them, rather than sell them, let's just buy them, and we're going to edit. We're going to edit, and then what we do is we just go into passenger. Now, what we have already is we have these. We have a We have our horses doing the Megabus horses. They carry 4 from town to town. So what we want to do really is we really want to up that. So each one carries 6. So we go 6, 12, 18. Or do we want 24? And that gives us mediocre performance. But even 2 gives us mediocre performance. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do? Do we want to go 18 and 18? I think we do. I think we probably do. I think we should probably do 18 and 18 is probably about right at this stage. Or do we go 12 and 12, and then if we need to edit and up and give more, hopefully we can. Let's do that. Let's be on the side of caution for now and go from there. So, now we have our 2 trains. So let's pop these on the new line. Right, let's go and have a look. Let's have a look at what's coming out here. So, there we go. Little beep, beep, beep. I don't know why I'm beeping. There we go. Looks fantastic. Looks great, doesn't it? Even the carriages, the detail, it just looks like so good. I've always been a bit of a Steam geek, I have to say. I mean, obviously, these days, it's not really environmentally friendly, although I'm not the most, environmentally friendly person in the world. I do agree with it, and I do my little bit. But, having a steam engine around these days is just not viable, considering the way the planet is these days. Look at that, though. It's pretty good. I mean, he just having a laugh, isn't he? Hair and it. I mean, look, his hat is very still. His hat should be flying off, really. Mind you, we're not going very fast here. We're going 25 miles an hour. Let's have a little first person. We're squizzing along there. Squizzing along at a nice rate. High tree. Good tree there. But look at the views. I mean, the realness of the map is... I mean, this game really has... it's just... I mean, I played Train Fever and then Transport Fever 1. I mean, the game is just getting better and better as we go. I mean, it's just absolutely superb. Considering, I mean, if you ever played Chris Sawyer's Locomotion and games like that, and yeah, I mean, we've come a long way, haven't we? So there we go, signal up, and we're going to squiz along into A Valley Station. But what we need to do now we've got these trains is we need to add some bus stops in, because we need to get people to these stations. So let's just have a squiz, a little ride along into the station here, and then we're going to pause it. We're going to pause it, we're going to add a couple of bus stops in, so we're getting people along here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure these 2 trains are spread out. And look at that, that's lovely. Right, let's pop out there. Right, and let's pause. Right. So obviously, what the issue we have here is that the station is here, but it only covers this area here. But what I have just realised is we do have a bus stop that actually does cover this station. So, we are actually okay for now. I mean, what I would like to do is we can move this bus stop just up to here. And, in fact, yeah, let's do that. Let's get it closer to the station. Why not? So, let's get rid of that. And let's go bus stop, buildings. And let's get it up here. Boom. And there we go. So, if I just come back there we go. So, we're all good still. We're all good. And there we go. Look, all our lines are still the same. Fantastic. Although they are squiggling about here, so maybe we can just make a little bit of a change. Bus A Valley. 1, 2, so... No, what we want is... we want... add station. 1... 2 and 3, and there we go. So that looks much better. Although I don't know why we squiz past the station here and go all the way back round, and then yeah, I don't know. It does that sometimes, but there we go. Okay, A Valley done. Done. Right. So I've obviously got our other train there. It's going to squiz down to the station. But what we need to do is we need to do the same over here. Now. We have a little route going here already. So all we actually need to do is put a little road in here. I'm going to just squeeze this gap here. So this gap here. let's just bridge that gap there. And then need a bus station right next to the train station. And that bus station looks pretty realistic for the 1850s. I mean, it doesn't look like it's from the 1850s, if I'm honest. But, you know, hey-ho. It's even got a little meter there. Hey, well, you know, there we go. I mean, these are base game bus stops as well, so, you know. I really love in the new game how the name of the town pops up there. No matter, even if you rename it, it just pops up. It looks fantastic. Love that. It's a great feature of the game. So what we'll do then is we'll just bring up the line, and it's bus prayer, and it's basically we're going round here. So what we want to do, actually, what I may have done there is just pop that on the wrong side of the road. So we are going round sort of clockwise if I'm facing the north here. Well, I'm not sure that's north, but if we're facing this way, we are going round clockwise. So what we're going to do is we're just going to swap this station. Or what I could do is just pop that in there for now. And what we will do is go back to lines and go back to prayer. And after one, right, we pop in two. And we'll just leave it like that. If I'd have popped it in on the other side of the road here, what it may have done is it may have gone round here, and then round here, and then round it. It would have gone in a loop, the loop, the loop, the loop, and it would have been all over the place. So, so we're good now. Now we can press play, and yeah. So now, what we want to do is we want to get our trains separated. So, what we're going to do, I just want to bring these two trains up. Oh no, not that one. Train. Oh no. Get it right. Right, train 2 and train 1. I'm thinking we'd maybe name these trains. I don't know what you'd call them. You know, the thing is, I don't know if anyone is watching these videos yet. I don't even know if anyone wants to watch these videos. You know, I mean, this is pretty new to me. So, you know, if you do watch these videos and you do want to put a name in, just do it. Tell me what you want to name it, and I'll name it. Our first two trains. So, what I wanted to do is, when train 1 comes into the station here, we'll just pause it and hold it there. So, let's just do that. We'll stop it. There we go, it's heading into the station, and then we will wait for it to turn round. Yep, come on, turn round. Oh, 12 passengers already. Wow. Jeez, that's fantastic. See, do you know what I was talking about? You know, 1, 2, how many passengers, how many carriages to put on? Jesus, we already need, you know, probably to up that, which is excellent for, you know, our potential profits. But also we need to think about the distance of this line. So obviously, you know, it's a bit of a hike, really. I mean, you know, eventually, because we don't get great performance out of these trains, we might even have to put a third or even a fourth on, some more signals and stuff like that. So now we've got the train 2 is coming into here, we can zip this one along, and now they're very evenly spread out. So what we do is we bring up the line. Obviously we're losing silly amounts of money at this stage. And what we do is bring up the line. So it's obviously a 5-minute trip. So let's just go back to play. It's a 5-minute trip. 5 minutes. Wowza. So, but both trains have, well, that only has 2, but we already have 6 people waiting here. By the time he gets over here, we're gonna have a full load, I think. So at this stage, what do? Do we up the passenger ratio already? I think we do. Or do we wait it out? I mean, I've only just changed it. Let's just see. Let's just squeeze it on a bit and just see how many people. Also, how many buses do we have going around here? Because all the buses are full here. And what this is going to do is that this train line is actually going to fill the local buses up around here. This red line, it's actually going to fill that up. So maybe we pop maybe one more on there, and that gives us 4, 8, 12, 16 people. I mean, look at this bus stop. It's actually overcrowded. I mean, there's so many people waiting there in their fancy dresses, and look at these guys. Look at these guys. Nathan, Harry, Archie, Sebastian, old boy. Oh, wow. So, you know, we have got a huge amount of people waiting there. We actually could do with getting that down. But we'll leave that for now. What we need to do is... See, look, we've got 42 people waiting to go over here already. This bus line just between here and here is absolutely going crazy. So what we'll do is... So, oh, this train just left. So, it's carrying 7. So, managed to bring 7 along to the station. That's great. See, 10 waiting there. See, I think we're going to get people moving really quickly here. Really quickly. And I think what we're going to do is... I mean, look... 6. I mean, it's really hard to know whether you go for it, because it does eat into profits if you're not careful. I mean, this eventually will start making some money, but you know, you have to be very careful, because if you go too mad, you can with adding too many carriages, you can actually end up losing quite a lot of money, which is critical in the early game actually. So look, what we got here, we got 9, we're about to take 9 people. Oh, wowza. So, see, that's only carrying, they're carrying 11 there, so nearly a full load. So what we want to do, let's just have a quick look here. So we got this bus line here, so we're only carrying capacity of 8 around this town. And we actually have 14 waiting there, so maybe we think about putting maybe another bus on. So let's just grab it, let's just grab that bus. Oh, grab. Oh, what we can actually do is just do this a lot quicker. So manage. And what do we do here? Do we double our capacity? Now we have people coming into the town. It's going to grow a little bit. So I think we double capacity. And because look, we're up to 107 here, and this will start growing, which is great. So look, we're already up 40% here, and these stats. Sometimes I get a bit confused with these stats. So obviously car destinations, private transport and public transport. I mean, we can get to an awful lot of places, but I mean the percentage and the sort of the multipliers you have do sort of affect. And obviously we have pretty low emissions at the moment, but you'll find in other towns such as Prairie, you've got very minor sort of like 10% there. But this town already has shot up to 240 residents, and we started at like, you know, maybe like 150, and this town is going up. So, you know, although emissions are minus 10% and it brings the multiplier down, we've still got plus 40% in the target population. And obviously, there's plenty of options going forward from here. I mean, what we can do is it's a tricky part of the game, because you want to do as much as possible, but the train line that you put in, the first train line you put in, is absolutely critical to your profit margins and making money, and your ability to go forward and make profit. And at this stage, we are doing okay, but this, as I say, this train line is critical. So let's go to lines. And as you can see, we were losing 100,000, but now we're only losing, we're sort of around breaking even. But all we can do is, there we go, look, we're in the profit. All of a sudden it's jumped. Because the two trains, they generally arrive at the same time, that jump. So let's see what happens when, oh, look at this, our little horses are running out of legs. We're going to have to put these horses down and get new ones at this stage, but we think we're going to leave that for now. Oh, do you know what? When we're squizzing the date on, I always forget, because I don't want to fly through the game. Let's while we're squizzing on, on the multiplier and sort of like going crazy with the fast forward. We should always try and pause the date, I reckon. So here we go. Here we go. Look, as they're sort of moving along, both with full loads, pretty much. So, you know, we're at sort of like 90% capacity here. There we go. Look, there's 16 people down here wanting to come up here. That's absolutely crazy already. Absolutely crazy. It's brilliant. Now, what do we do to get people and a bit more profit? Do we... I mean, it's only a short run, this. What we can do is we can pop a line up to here. It's only a short run from station, and we'll probably sort of like maybe cut this road out and have a station. I mean, it's a tricky one. You could have... I mean, because these oh, no, they're industrial. Because this is a flat area here, what I would probably do is pop a little line out here, a little road, and then we could pop the station out there. Or we can just have the station directly in here already. That would save us some money, and then we could just pop right around there. We don't want the trains too close to the residential areas because of the emission multiplier. What do we do, guys? I'm thinking maybe that we do it. Should we go for it? Because, I mean, this is a tough one, guys. If we get, because there's so many people wanting to go from here to here, I'm just thinking if we get them off the coaches and onto the trains, it's gonna earn us more money. And what I've already done is I've already allowed us the chance to sort of add another line in by putting 2 platforms, and I've already paid for it. So what do we think here? What do we think? And what we can do for now is we can just put the single track station in. And what we can do, because what we can actually do is, because we have this bus station, if I put a station in here, that bus stop will then be in the catchment of the station over here. So I think we're going to do it. Let's do it. Let's go. So we're just going to go one track, single track, and bring it round. And let's have a look, and let's make sure we are straight. So how do we want to do this? Do we want that? We want to get this at a right angle there? Right that? We want to get that in there? Right in the corner? Right in the corner of that road? We like that? I like that. Let's try and get it as close as possible though. Yeah. Look at that. I don't think we're going to get any better than that. Bang. Like it. Look at that. Couldn't have gotten it any better. Look at that. No gaps, no grass. Fantastic. Look at that. And we can have a nice... There's a great mod. There's a great fences mod. What we can have is... We can have a nice fence. Brick wall or a brick wall or something like that. Goes up the side here, which would be fantastic. So what we've got now is the chance to just literally... track, line, and what we do is straight across. But it's not playing ball though. It's not playing ball. I wonder why. I wonder why, guys. But it doesn't make sense because we can go to there. And look, it's 75 all the way. It's pretty direct. With this one, we're not sure we're going to double track it. I think it's another tricky one, guys. Another tricky one. Double track it and have 2 trains. But do you need 2 trains on a short run like that? Or do we just go 1? I think what we do is we just pop a single one in there like that. And then what we're also going to do is we are going to double track this, guys. I've decided we're going to double track it. What we're going to do is we are going to pop this out here. And what we're going to do is we're going to try. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to use this, and we're going to come out. just because what I want to do is I want to get it nice and equal, so it looks, you know, looks a bit more equal there. So let's go there and then bang. Oh, look, little bit out. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, in the update, the bulldozing, what you do is you get a refund on what you just did. So if I now knock that out, I'll get that money back, which is a great idea. Although, sheds a little bit of realism, but you do get the money back. I quite like that. So let's go in there and see how we do this time. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to take it back again, but we're just going to take it back and try. Oh, where we want the switch there. So let's try there. I'll tell you what, that'll do. That'll do for now. I mean, I can play with it offline, and you know, it's just. I know that's. Oh, look, I know it's only a little bit, but you know, if that went out to there, that'd be. Oh God, maybe a little bit OC. Oh, what's going on there? Oh, I don't like that. Do not like that. Delete. Okay, what we're gonna do is gonna come out to there, and oh God, what's going on here? What is going on here? What's going on here? There we go. That's better. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I always found the Transport Fever 1 tracks finicky. The Transport Fever 2 track laying is so much more forgiving, but occasionally it does sort of play up. So there we go. We're in again. We're in. We'll just quickly signal this. So what we want to do is I want to get that in right level. Let's get that in right level there. Oh, is it there or there? Yeah, there. Right, done. Alright, so there we go. And what we're going to do is probably don't need signals in the middle here. So what we're going to do is just going to bang that in there. And I tell you what we're going to do is, because our trains are so small, we are going to have signals in here. And bang those as one way. And because this is such a short run, even in the future, we're not going to have, you know, gigantic trains on this line. It's going to be sort of very, very limited. The other thing we can do is, if we wanted to be very, very sort of cheeky, is we can come round with some tracks here and join up to this. Now, let's just have a look and see what kind of speeds we can get with that. Because now all of a sudden, there we go. Now we're making money. We're full capacity, and already what I think we should do is quickly, just before we add these tracks in, is I think we should edit these vehicles. I think we should up our capacity. Yeah, definitely. So let's pop an extra one in there, and we'll go up to 18 for now. It's not going to cost us an awful lot. Let's go up to 18 and then see if we can get, you know, because look, you know, there's people waiting, 8 already. You know, we've got 32 over there. That's 18 is easily going to make us some good profits at this stage. So what we're going to do is, I think, let's get these tracks in. Because what we can do is we can bang more signals in, and we can have some trains running down from here to here. And we can get rid of the coach line from here and the coach line from here. I mean, that means also that we're going to be, it's a quicker run for one, and the trains are more expensive. So people are going to be paying a pretty penny to be riding our trains. Which, yeah, I mean, that's what we want. But the issue we do have is I mean, at this stage of the game, I suppose it's just one of those things. I mean, we're only going 25 miles an hour anyway. And if we just bang that out there, I mean, our trains are only going to be doing that anyway. What do we think? For 29,000, done. And we come out, second track, all the way up here. So let's just bang that straight in. And as you can see, that's... Oh, I mean, look at it. The track lane, so much more forgiving. Let's get this on play as well. Just so we're not... Let's turn the date on. Let's give it a half on the date, so we're not absolutely flying through there. So I've just lost that. So let's go back into tracks. And round. Back here. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So there we go. Look, I mean, even the switches are, you know, are so level now. I mean, it is so much more forgiving than it used to be. I mean, which is good, really. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bang in some more signals. So as we come around here, we're going to need one in there. We've already got our signals in there, so we have trains that will wait there anyway. So what we need to do here is we need one here. And we need one... no, do we need one there? No, I'm trying... do we need one there? Because that would wait... we don't necessarily, do we? We don't. But we'll give trains a choice. I don't know whether it matters which ones sort of, you know, go which way. But also you can... The good thing is, what you can do now is you can do double flip switches. So, if you're coming along here, you can go this way or this way, and it's the routing of, especially later in the game, becomes so much better. So much better for everyone. So what we're going to do at this stage, I think, is bang a couple more signals in here. So we're going to go boom, boom. Or do we want that level? Do we want to keep that level? I think we want to keep it level, don't we? See, I get that refund. Although I've just noticed it doesn't give you full refund, so we have still got to be careful. So let's go one way. And one way. And let's come down here. Do you know what I like doing? I like putting signals in before and after railroad crossings. I mean, look, it's very pretty. Yeah, let's, I think for the sake of evening it out, let's put 2 in here. Bang and bang. And what we want to do again is we want to go one way, yes, and one way, yes. That means so we don't get, you know, trains backing up and coming the wrong way, and yeah, it just teaches them to do the right thing. So what we're going to do now is more trains. I think it's time. I think it's time for more trains. The music's going a bit funny though, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to turn the music off a little bit. I'm going to turn the music down, so let's just get rid of the audio a minute. But we'll keep the sound effects on. Keep the sound effects. What if there's a bit of a lag if I go over here? No, there's no lag on the trains or anything. I don't know why the music is going a bit funny. I mean, the game should be running absolutely fine, and yeah, I have no issues, so... Look at that, that's running great, isn't it? That's running great. I mean, it looks fab. Look, we've got 3 carriages now. 13 of 18. Yeah, fantastic. So look how many people we got waiting over. 35 people. We're going to fill that train every time now. Look, hopefully we can start filling people up over here. But, I mean, the issue we've got now is that we do need more buses. Look at this. I mean, this line is, you know, oh, maybe they need replacing. Mediocre. Oh. So maybe we just replace quickly and just replace them. I mean, it's money, but, you know, I think it's probably wise at this stage. And maybe we're going to whack 2 more on at the same time. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I mean, that cost us a little bit of a chunk. But, you know, this train line is now making us good money. Look at that, you know. Should start making us some excellent money. Because this train should be full up. Full to the brim. Full to the brim. And once this one starts actually, you know, getting some money going for us, we can do something about it. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to pop a train in from here to here, or the thing I'm thinking that might be affecting the people coming to this station is that we do have a coach line going from here to here and a coach line going down to A Valley. So I think what we're going to do is Let's have a look and see where we're at. How much more can we loan? I think what we're going to do is, right, what we're going to need is we're going to need another depot. We're going to pop another depot in. I'm going to pop another depot in. Do we pop another depot in just here by the station to the left? Could look good, but I think we're going to pop it in just out here. Just out here, guys. Just out here, guys. If you do watch these videos back and you've got any tips, you know, I'm new to all this YouTube and malarkey. I just, you know, it's great, it's fantastic, you know, to sort of like get your teeth into something new and try something new. And, you know, if you have any tips for me, then, you know, please let me know. I mean, I don't know if any, as I say, I don't know if anyone is watching these videos, but if you do have any tips for me, you know, I'm open to it, because, you know, I'm a newbie. I haven't really got a clue about all this, so you know, any tips, you know, I'm willing to take them on board. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so what we have now, right, we've got another depot in. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 lines here. Now, we may only be able to pop in 1 line at a time, because of the fact that we are going to have to take a loan here. But what we can do is, when that line goes in, what we're going to do is we're going to pop out one of the megabus lines, because we're not going to need it, because we're going to have the trains. It's going to be a lot faster and it's going to be great. So let's pop in another line. Line manager, pop it in. We'll go green now. Where's our green? Was it that green? We're going to find out shortly if it's a different colour. La Jalouse down to Evoli. Is it the same colour? Oh, it's slightly different, isn't it? I'll tell you what, we'll leave it very slightly different for now. And what we'll do is, with this third line, we'll do another very slightly different green. Look how many different colour greens we've got. We can mix it up. So let's just name this line quickly. So let's, what's this? So train passenger Evoli to La. I'm gonna put La J. Oh, let's just do me little arrow. I love me little arrow. La J. Done. And it's in. So what we need to do now is we need more money. Let's just double check. Yeah, so there we go. See what I mean about that bus stop? That bus stop covers that. It's not ideal, not in the best spot, but it covers it. And for now, it'll work. So there we go. Buy vehicles. Let's just see how much it's going to cost us. So add D13. Passenger, how many do we want? We want to start with 2 again? I've done the same thing, guys. Let me just quickly sell that. Let's just sell it. And let's start again. So what we want to do is add. And we start with 2 again. And then we start with 2 of these with 2 carriages and see how we go. And then we just up it as time goes on. So actually, what we need to do is just borrow 1 million. So let's borrow and borrow. See, we're up to 7.5 million loan. I mean, it's not ideal. It's not ideal at this stage of the game, but needs must. We've got to do it. So there we go. Let's buy 2. And on that, and on that line there, La J, Avoli. If any of you watch football, I don't know if you remember a footballer called Joe Barton. He's a bit of a thug, really, and not a great guy. But he did a loan move. He went to France to play, and he did a press conference, and all of a sudden he was talking like this, and and French, and he's like from Manchester. You know, knock it on the head, mate. Really, knock it on the head. Sorry, quick sip of the drink. I was really thirsty. I've been chatting away and rambling on about God knows what. So what we're going to do again, right, now I'm first quenched. What we're going to do now is we are going to pause the date and fast forward. What we're going to do is we're going to leave train 4 up there. See, on the way, and the other one. Oh no, wrong one. Train 3 over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to stop. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, while that is on the way down there, we are going to just take it down a notch there. What we're going to do is we need to bring up this line here, this mega bus line we've got going between these two towns. Because now, oh, sorry, it's not that one. It's in this town. It is this line that goes down here, all the way down, because we don't need it, and we can get a little bit of money back for these. Probably not much, but we made a little bit of profit for us, but we can get this money back now, and people are going to jump on the trains up and down here, which is going to earn us good bit of money. So let's go in here, manage vehicles. What do we want to do? We want to grab all, and we want to sell all these bad boys. Sell. See ya. Ta-la. Goodbye to you. Goodbye. So what we also want to do is want to get rid of that line. So, which line is it? It's La Jalouse to Avali. This one here. So, yep, there we go. Boom. Gone. And just in time, I can then just quickly go, bang. And there we go. No more coaches, and now we've got 2 trains running up and down here. Hopefully, not getting in the way with each other with this other line. Hopefully they can run on the same track. I mean, it's probably wise that we, look at it. They're pretty spread out, yeah, at the moment. I mean, I think we're going to be okay. There. So look, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. I'm not too worried. I think hopefully we're going to get too much of a backup. We can bang more signals in at a later date if we need to. But we've got signals here. I think we're going to be okay. There. That's great. What we can do now, the other thing we can do is because this town is now over 100, and this town is now, look at that, even now it's just shot up again, 237. Oh, we're going up here. We're going up in the world. So I'm really enjoying this part of the map. I did start over here, and over here is really sort of like we got all the trucks going in, the stone lines going, and this town has grown a little bit, which is great, and we got these 3 towns have got buses and a little networking, and I did really want to do sort of like a tri-city sort of train line here, but for this stage of the game and the money we do have, it just sort of didn't really sort of seem to work for me. And I didn't sort of, I just... And then I looked over here and I looked at these towns and I was like, we could definitely do something. For early game, they're short train runs, they can earn good and quick money. And, we can grow these towns together. There's, quite a bit of flat land, and we can get some fuel in, and but that's all down the line in further episodes, and we can really sort of like trundle along with sort of like getting some stuff together. And I really like this part of the map as well, because we've got some oil wells here. I'm not sure why you have an oil well very close to a city, but I don't mind it. And then we just look at this. This is right by the sort of mini mountains we've got here, and there's the little road going off into the distance, into the forest over here. It's really, really cool, eh? Really like it. We got some farms around here, plenty of stuff to work with, and although it's quite a hilly map, which can be a challenge, and a lot of the building can cost more. I think we're gonna be. It's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this so far. We got some something mysterious. They're not mysterious. They're cranes. Let's go. Look. It's great, isn't it? Oh, what are you looking at? What are you looking at, mate? But we can hear our trucks. Down our little buses. Look. We have a little crane flyover. Oh, look, they're darting about all over the place here. But look around. I always like doing this because you get a nice sort of like, planes are great because you get like a high view of everything and it looks fantastic. But when you just get a little first-person crane ride, you get to see things, Ooh, bit of a turn to starboard there. Anyway, distractions. Right, where we are now. What we want to do is really, to end the episode, what we really want to do is we really want to bang a train on here, don't we? Yep, we want to bang a train on here, and we want to remove this line here. Because we've got so many people moving across here, we can probably put a train with 3 carriages. Or shall we? Yeah, shall we not? Or should we just put 1? I think what we do is, because 1 costs 500,000, let's... Oh, done the wrong way there. Oh, I want to repay that. So, basically, I actually only just want to buy vehicles. And then what we want to do is we want to go steam, locomotives, add, passenger, add, buy 1, and there we go. We can afford that just fine. And actually, we do need to do a new line quickly. So what we'll do is we'll just pop that in there. And we'll pop that in there. And look, we're using both platforms now. And I mean, that'll look great when you're sort of like zoomed in and you do ride-alongs and you've got, trains coming in every platform. It is fantastic. But what we want to do, what we said we were going to do is we're going to do a different colour green here. So, there we go. I mean, you can barely tell the difference between those colours. I mean... but that's I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot so far. I like what we're doing. I mean, we're sharing platforms here, but 3 trains should be okay. It shouldn't sort of mess with the equilibrium too much. Train passenger, La Jalouse or La J. Let's call it La J. La J. And there we go, and that goes over to the town opposite, which is Praia. Have I spelt it right? Let's see. We're going to find out. Have I? Oh, I can't actually see. Let's just say I did. Of course I did. Yeah, I did. Definitely did. And now what we need to do is we need to take out this megabus line. This megabus line has been, we're at full capacity. It's been very, very, very profitable in the minimal sense that we're using horse and carts. But, fantastic. So we're going to take those out. So manage vehicles. And goodbye. A little bit of money back. And let's go to lines. Megabus. And it's this one here, isn't it? Yeah, that one there. So let's just say goodbye. Lovely jubbly. So now, we look at us. We got 5 trains running, two on this line, 2 on this line, and just a single one running back and forth here. Look, I mean, that's great. That really is great. The only thing I might not have is I just need to double check in lines. Oh, I have. I just wanted to double check that I did have a line running from here to this town over to here, because this single bus stop, I don't have a sort of local bus running around here. I just have a single bus stop because the town's so small at this stage. It's still only 83. I just added like a single bus stop with a megabus route coming from here over to here, and a megabus route coming from La Jalouse over to Courfeyrac. Now, I like that pronunciation. I think I'm not far off with that, with this one here, this town. Courfeyrac. Like it. I do like it. I'm probably wrong, and I'm probably really wrong. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to leave it there today. It's probably enough of listening to me chat absolute waffle and rubbish and crap and all sorts. But before we go, let's just have a quick look. So obviously we're running at a loss here on these 2 lines, but hopefully in time we will start seeing some profits. And next time we do another episode, and the next episode we'll start looking at maybe getting some other links done, and maybe linking up over here, and maybe even linking up another one down here, and another town down here, and you know, perhaps we'll start looking at sort of building a little sort of railroad over here. But obviously we're going to have to start making some profits with these train lines we've put in. Yeah, so let's do that, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Take care. Bye.